Good morning, my dear students of class 10. During these lockdowns, we need to learn at home, so you must be having your textbook. We'll start with our classes from the textbook. The first chapter is a letter to God. Now we'll begin. First, I will tell you about the points, then we'll go through the book. The first one is Lincho, a farmer. That's a character. A solitary house. Solitary means single. Solitary house in the entire valley. Entire means the whole. Next, number 2, raindrops like coins. Small raindrops he considered 5 cents, and large raindrops he considered 10 cents. Now, number 3, raining of large hailstones. Soon the rain turned into a storm, a hailstorm. He hopes it passes quickly. Now number 4, single hope, help from God, and he wrote a letter asking for 100 pieces. Now we'll go through according to the book. The house. The only one in the entire valley. In the entire valley, there was only one house. There were no neighbors. He lived alone with his family, sat on the crest of the low hill. Crest means on top of the hill. The hill was not very high. The hill was quite low, but the house was on top of that hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers. From the top of the hill, he could see his field. He could see the river down below the valley, and the field was dotted with small flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a good shower. So he was hoping for the rain, at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lincho, he looked at the sky, he looked towards the northeast, and he was expecting the rain. He knew his field very intimately. Since he was a farmer, he knew his field when it needed the rain. He had done nothing else on that day but see the sky towards the northeast. That is number 1. Now, number 2. Now we are really going to have a good rain, he told his wife from outside while his wife was cooking food in the kitchen. And what did his wife reply? His wife replied, "If God willing, we'll have a good rain." And the older boys were still working in the field, down in their field. The Lincho had many children. The older boys, they were working in the field, while the smallers were playing around the house until the women called them for food. It was during the meal time, while all the family were having their meal, it started to rain. Just as they had their meal, just as they were having the meal, it started rain. And Lincho said, "As I have predicted that it will rain, so it happened." Big drops of rain began to fall, and in the northeast, he could see a huge huge clouds, just looked like a black mountain. The air was fresh. He went outside to enjoy in the rain, to have the feeling of rain. He went out for no other reason, just to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. And when he returned into the house, he exclaimed, "These aren't raindrops. These are not raindrops, my dear woman." He told his wife, "My dear woman, these are not raindrops. They are coins. The smaller ones are the 5 cents and the larger ones are 10 cents. They were very, very happy. Especially Lincho was very happy. He was very much excited because he hoped that his corn will grow in abundance. Now, we'll have the raining of large hailstones. Now, With the satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. Draped means covered. His whole field was covered with rain. The rain was raining, it was raining very heavily, and the field was covered, draped with a curtain of rain. But suddenly a strong wind began to blow along with rain. Very large hailstones began to fall. He was much worried as he saw the hailstones falling from the sky with the rain. He was very much worried. Now what will happen to my field? So these truly resembled the silver coins. The hailstones were quite big and they looked like silver coins. The boys exposing themselves to the rain, especially the small children, they went out to collect the hailstones. They didn't know what is happening. They ran out to collect the frozen pearls, the smaller children. Now we have a single hope, help from God, a letter asking him for 100 pesos. So it is really getting very bad now, exclaimed the man. Now it is getting bad. He was much worried. Now what will happen to my field if it keeps on raining like this? I hope it passes quickly. He was hoping that, he prayed also, oh God, let it pass quickly. Otherwise my crops will get destroyed. It did not pass quickly as he was expecting that it will pass quickly, but it did not happen. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, on the field, on the crops, over the crops, everywhere. The garden, hillside and cornfield. On the whole valley, the field was white as if someone has covered it with salt. So that was the thing. And after that, not a leaf remained on the trees. All the crops were destroyed. Not a single crop was standing in the field. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone. From Lincho's soul was filled with sadness. His joy turned into sadness. In the beginning, he was so happy, he was so much excited. But later on, that happiness did not last long. So he was very, very much sad. When the hailstorm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field. He went down to look around, to have a look. And he looked around and said to his sons, his elder sons were also there, a plague of locust. Locust means a kind of grasshoppers that can destroy the crops. A plague means a swarm of locust would have left something. But the hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn and we'll have to go hungry this year. What will happen to my family? So he prayed to God and there was only one hope, help from the God. And next following Sunday, early in the morning he got up and he wrote a letter to the God asking for help. He had a firm faith in God. So he wrote a letter and he went to the town to drop the letter. So now it will be continued tomorrow. So that's this much for today, and I have sent the screenshot of this chapter, the character sketch and the summary, and we'll be continuing tomorrow. I hope you are doing your studies at home. You must be having your books, so you must keep on reading. Self-study is very much important. You must keep on, otherwise the syllabus cannot be completed. You must have your self-study and you improve your writing as well as reading and writing must be done. So that's all for today and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.